Hey guys, good morning. I am so sorry it took a little while to load. We were having YouTube technical difficulties, which rarely happens. Maybe it's the cold weather outside, I'm not sure. Um, I personally don't love cold weather, but it is really pretty outside. So let me know if it's snowing where you are. I was looking on Facebook at all kinds of really pretty pictures yesterday. My brother's house, you can even see the ground, and he's in Dallas. But here it wasn't too bad. But today what we're gonna do is I'm gonna tell you what my plans are for the Be Mine stitch along, which is where in February I just stitched for Valentine's Day. And even though Valentine's Day is in the middle of the month, just all of February I just do all kinds of Valentine stuff. And this year, I think I have 5 or 6 projects picked. And then after that, I'm going to show you all the cross stitch that I've done in the last couple of years. And most of these are what I decorate in my house. I've made other Valentine stuff that I'm not showing, but I just kind of put together what I'm going to display in my house because you know what? I still have Christmas decorations up. It's both, all my trees are up. It's really bad. And Kevin said something last night like, I really think we should put trees up, and then me and the kids like hid. You're like, we'll hide and hope he forgets he said that. So I'll get all my cross stitch just in time to get that put up, and I might just skip Valentine's Day. We'll see. This year's just been kind of like, I think because I had Christmas late with my part of my family. So anyway, we just got really behind. But let's start off with Be Mine and what I picked for this year. So the first thing is the Little Loves. This is a pattern by Fat Quarter Shop. This is a free pattern, and a lot of you have already stitched it, so super cute. Thank you so much for stitching it. So this year we put the thread pack where you would get the floss bitties, your 3 DMCs in your bag, and I'm going to stitch on the pale gray gingham. The sample was also stitched on pale gray gingham, and so you can tell once you stitch on it, you kind of lose the pale gray gingham effect, which to me is just it's such an optical illusion, and every time I don't understand it. So this is the Little Loves, and all the finishing information is on the pattern. So that's the first one. And this will probably be the easiest one. I probably can get this done in like 3 or 4 hours. Super easy. So this is my first one. My second one is Ribbons and Stars cross stitch. Now this is a brand new pattern by Fig Tree. It's her first I think it's her 3rd cross stitch pattern. But it came in and I thought, you know, this would be really cute if I just stitched it using pink. So I don't even know what color this is. Do you remember what color? Oh, that's why it's NPI 945. So I took an NPI pink. I was wondering why the thread was so soft, and I'm gonna stitch this on pale gray gingham, and I'm just gonna do the quilt blocks. And then I was thinking, we'll see if it fits in a frame. It might not. I really don't know how we're going to finish it, but I just thought these cute little quilt blocks would be cute, and that'd probably be something I could stitch up really fast. And obviously love Fig Tree things, so excited that she got into cross stitch. So that's my second design that I'm going to do for Be Mine. My next one is part of my monthly rotation. It's the February Blooming Roots, which I just stitched the little house part, and I'm also stitching on pale gray gingham. You'll kind of see I really use pale gray gingham and chalkboard black just all the time, and I think that's just what I like, and I just kind of stick with it. But I'm just stitching the house. I don't think I'll change any colors or anything. I haven't been doing anything too crazy with these, and then I've been just framing them in a really simple white frame, which is nice. And we have a video on that. So that's Wild Rose Lane. That's the 3rd one. The 4th one is also part of my rotation. This is the Valentine word swap, and obviously it's Valentine. And if you watched Stitching with the Housewives this weekend, she showed the next one, which is tulips, and that looks so cute. So I can't wait to stitch that one. I'm going to use called for floss on this one, and I'm using the whitewashed 14 count board. And then I'm finishing it just like she did on hers. This is my Stitching with the Housewives. The next one is my monthly mini village by Country Cottage Needleworks, and I stitched January already, so I'm going to stitch February as part of this. And it, if you look on her social media, she showed March, and so it looks like they're all going to have 4 houses with people in the center, the month at the top, because that was kind of, I was kind of trying to figure out what the theme was going to be throughout. This one, I'm stitching on 14 count beautiful beige. The chalkboard, the pale gray gingham would not have shown up with this, so I did the traditional brown. And I like beautiful beige, which I like it because it's stiff. And then at Nashville Needlework Market this year, this book came out. It's called Mementos of the Heart, and there are a lot of really cute designs in here. Let me see. I think there's like 8 or 9. There's a lot in here. So there's these 3, and these 3, that's 6. I'll kind of flip through. So these are collector's hearts from previous years that Cecilia has put together. So you might have some of these in your stash. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. I was right. Okay. So on this one, I decided to do this one. And the reason I decided to do that one is I saw it in person now at Nashville Needlework Market, and she made this into a drum. I'm obviously not going to do that. I'll probably just get it framed in like a circle frame. So, and these are the colors I'm going to use. I did change the colors. Licorice Red, Rosy Glow, and Sea Shelly. So on the pattern, there's just a dark, medium, and a light, and those are the 3 that I picked. Now, of course, when I start stitching, you know, I might change my colors, but for now, that's what I have picked. And that one, that's probably pretty quick, probably like 6 or 7 hours. And then the last one, this came out last week. This is Be Mine by Priscilla and Chelsea, Stitching with the Housewives. And I looked at the chart, and each of these are individual pages, which makes it really nice because you can see the chart up close. You know, you don't have to like squint. What I'm thinking I will do on this one is probably just do chalkboard black 14 count and just make one horizontal piece. So kind of what I'm thinking about is maybe like 3 or 4 stitches in between the letters, and maybe 7 or 8 stitches between the heart, and just kind of, first I need to make sure that it'll fit the piece, if that makes sense. Like one side is larger than the other, so I'd have to make sure it fits all the way across here and do the math and see that. So I'll show you all the patterns for those all together, and that's going to be what my rotation is for this year. Jordan, can you zoom out just a tad? So let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's what I'm stitching. So I guess there's 28 days or 29 days in February, something like that. So probably spend 4 days on each, something like that. What I am trying to do this year, though, is to keep my monthly rotation within my sew along. So it's funny that at the beginning of the year, I was like, oh, I'm going to stitch a lot less. This is quite a bit. This would be very comparable to what I've done in the past. So even though I try to do a little bit less, you know, when I see new things like these, I'm just like, oh, I gotta stitch them, I gotta stitch them. So, and thank you to everyone who has stitched a Little Loves, that free cross stitch pattern. We also have a quilt that's a free pattern to go along with 2025 Valentine's Day. Okay, I'm going to answer some questions first, and then I'm going to do a trunk show of previous finishes. Can sulky thread be used for cross stitch? Yes, I think it's their 12 weight can be used for cross stitch. And then Kathy wants to know, where can she find the pattern that's in the wooden display box, A Stitch in Time? It only comes in that box for now. Maybe in like a year we might sell it separately, but for now the only way you can get that pattern is within the box, and it comes packaged within the box. So for Valentine's Day, we're going to start with traditional, and I have 3 that are kind of like traditional colors. We'll start with those. The very first one is Stitches from the Heart. This was our free Valentine pattern in a previous year, maybe 2023 or 2022. So you can still find this on Fat Quarter Shop's website. It's Stitches from the Heart by Fat Quarter Shop, completely free. This one I stitched on antique white Aida. It finishes about 4 inches square, and on this one, if I had to go back, I would probably do pale gray gingham. I think this was before I fell in love with pale gray gingham. So there's this one. And then Quilty Love is a really cute pattern by Lori Holt that came out probably 4 or 5 years ago. And I stitched 2 versions of it. And everything that I'm showing you in this section, in the first section that I showed you, those are available summer paper, summer PDF. The section I'm showing you now, everything is available as PDF. Some paper, but all PDF. So this is Quilty Love. This is Oatmeal 10 count. And then this is the small vintage trim with a half stitch across to hold it down. This was the original pattern, and then this one, the year after she released this, I went ahead and took, let's see, I guess I took this one and then the hearts, and then I took this and just made another one. So these are really cute. When I display them, I kind of put them right next to each other, and both of these frames I got from Family Tree Frame Company. And so when you kind of display them next to each other, you know, I use the same fabric, I use the same floss, even though I did them in different years, and then I display them right next to each other. So that's Quilty Love by Lori Holt. Those were both oatmeal for 10 count. All the rest for the next batch are going to be on chalkboard black. So these next couple are bigger pieces that I've done from stitching with the housewives throughout the year. So this is February Trucking Along. We have this, we sell these individually, and then we also have the set of all 12. And on this one, the pattern is 2 separate patterns. And what I did is I just put them on top of each other, just because I didn't want to have to do 2 separate pieces, because I'm always trying to change things up. So that is February Trucking Along, 14 count chalkboard black. And then this is Roses Are Red, and this is part of the Back Up the Truck series. So I think this series came first, this one came next. And this one I stitched as is. I didn't change any of the colors on any of these either. And then the next one, this is Be My Valentine by Stitching with the Housewives. This one I really love the finishing because it is, it sits up. So these bigger ones I find easels for to put them on, but I always love when I find something that just sits up on its own so that it can just, you know, go right on the shelf. I don't have to think about how I'm going to set it up or anything. My dog hair is on the pieces. So these are fun to look at just because I made them so long ago and they're just so cute. And then the next ones, these are framed. Now I think I remember now why I framed these. This is Follow Your Heart by Stitching with the Housewives. It's about 4 by 4. And then this one is Snowed in Love, Stitching with the Housewives. These, I think I framed this one because I accidentally stitched on black instead of chalkboard black. And then I think this one, I might have also stitched on black instead of chalkboard black, so I just wanted to frame them differently. I think that's what I did. Who knows? Who knows why I do things? But when I decorate, I do put these two together. I try to keep the ones that are similar together. And these were Dapper Doodad patterns. The next one are tiered tray small pieces, also by Stitching with the Housewives. And these, I framed all of these in a frame I found. I'll tell you the names. I found this frame really inexpensively on Amazon. And I stitched these all in 1 year. So these are all roundabouts. This is Be Mine, Bless Your Heart, Be My Valentine, and February 14th. Now this is a bonus to another chart that was called Our Love Story. I didn't stitch that one. It didn't really fit. I don't know. Our Love Story just seems kind of mushy for me. So I did this one instead. Now these frames I got on Amazon. I used all the called for colors, and all of these I stitched on 14 count white Aida. So you can tell these I stitched a long time ago, because now I would have stitched on pale gray gingham. And these I like because you can set up, you know, and then when my kids are decorating, I'm like, oh, just put them on the shelf, and they don't have to say, how? Yeah, I don't know. I am going to have to put Christmas up, though. I mean, it's really getting, nobody's going to be able to come to my house soon, because it's going to become embarrassing. The next four I stitched within the same year also. So this was a series by Stitching with the Housewives called City Valentines. And there's 1 through 4. I stitched these also on 14 count white Aida. The bakery was the first one. The post office was the second one. The third one was roses. The third one was kisses. And the fourth one was candy. So these were Dapper Doodads, and you can tell I did these a long time ago because they're on white Aida. They're not on chalk. They're not on the pale gray gingham. And again, I like this finishing because I can set it up. And these Priscilla finished for me, so thank you to Priscilla for finishing those for me. The next ones, there's a lot of little pieces. Okay, so this one actually went to Hobby Lobby. This might be the last time I went to Hobby Lobby. Such a long time ago. And I went there with Kevin. And these were, well, let me put them out and then I'll tell you.
What's it called? Hold on, I'm trying to spell.
Oh, hold on. You got to scroll down.
What's this called?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it on the script.
Go back up, Jordan. Bonus letters.
Oh, bonus letters. That's why. It's your fault, Jordan. Bonus letters. Okay, so the City Valentine, that is this.
I was trying to spell.
There were 4 of these, and on the very back pages, there were bonus letters. So these were bonus patterns to go with this. Each one had a couple of the letters. They finish at 2 inches square. I used Kimberly's Pink 14 count Aida by Witchell. And I do think I changed the colors of the, I think I did like red, pink, red, pink, red, pink. And then I did for the floss, and then on the frames I did red, white, red, white. And these were from Hobby Lobby, and they had this like big pop out gnome thing. And I think Jordan took a screwdriver and popped them out. So this was, and Kevin found it on the shelf for me because I was like, we got to find something. And I liked these because I could just set them on the shelf, and thank you to Priscilla who finished them for me. But this one I will put on the mantle. I have like a mantle in my bedroom, so I'll put this because it's short enough to where the TV, it won't interfere with the TV. Fun fact, I never turned the TV on in my bedroom anyway, so it really shouldn't even matter. So that is Valentine. Bonus letters in the City Valentines series. Yeah, they're like dominoes. And then these were Dapper Doodads, all within the same year. So this is Love You to the Moon and Back. This is Lots of Love. They're both chalkboard black. And this one I only did 2. I'm not sure why I didn't do more.
Yeah.
Me and Denise, either one of us don't remember. It might be that they're lost, like in my house or something. I might have put them back in the wrong place, because usually I do all 4, but who knows? I can't remember what I did yesterday. I'm fixing my bows. So cute. And these are chalkboard black too. And then the next ones, let's see, Key to My Heart. I'm gonna have to fluff these bows before. I always tell my kids, fluff the bows, and they're like, Mom, we don't know what that means. I'm like, well, you kind of have to learn in this house. And they're like, whatever. Key to My Heart, Cookies and Coffee. And then this one is the bonus to Cookies and Coffee. So sometimes on their tiered trays, sometimes there's a bonus, and sometimes I stitch the bonus, and sometimes I don't even stitch the regular chart.
You can keep it.
And then these are wood blocks that Priscilla finished them on. And then there's Be My Valentine. And Valentine Lane. And all of these are tiered tray tidbits. And they're the same, these are different. So I think, oh sorry, these are from Hobby Lobby, I believe. And I believe these, oh, they're also from Hobby Lobby. But they're different. See how there's the pink. And then we have some little ornaments. And these little ornaments, well, I guess they're not ornaments, but they kind of look like ornaments. This is Valentine Bakery. Jar of Roses. And Delivering Roses. So these, I have a tiered tray. It's 3 layers. And then what I'll do is I'll have those other blocks set up, and then I'll set these up kind of in front of the tray, and I'll kind of just lean it up against the tray around the bottom, like if you envision the circle of the tray at the bottom. But you know, honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to decorate for Valentine's Day this year. And that's all of them, right? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of stitching. Yay! And then these are chalkboard black too. And I don't think I changed any of these colors. Okay, so now I'm going to answer questions, and then I am going to show you some new patterns. Could I show the country cottage pattern of the houses up closer to the camera? Yes. Have I stitched January's? Mm-hmm. Can I see it? Okay, so we'll zoom into this, and then I'll zoom into the stitched January. So that's what February looks like. March is on her social media. It has leprechauns and then a rainbow. And then this is January stitched. So you can see kind of the theme. You know, when you first sign up for these clubs, you don't really know what the theme is, but now that I've seen 2, you know, you see there's 2 houses, 2 people, and then the month. Can I carry the pony needles with the white eye? Yes. Ashley, please email me. Can we get a sneak peek of the next vintage seed?
I can get it. It's with Tori. She's photoing it.
Okay, we'll go get it. So you'll got to give us like a minute or 2. How would you compare using color and cotton to other floss? I think it's the same. We don't sell it anymore. They sell more direct to consumer, but I know Cheryl uses it and really likes it. Is it hard to see where to stitch when using chalkboard black? For me, it's not, but the general overall consensus for most people, I would say yes. Like when I see on social media, a lot of people say, oh, it's hard to see. But for me, it's not. But I think it's because I use 14 count Aida, and I can pretty much see 14 count Aida at all times. Like this weekend, Christopher, oh, it's not even the weekend, it was Monday, because they canceled school yesterday. He had basketball Monday night or something, Monday at like 3:30. So I sat in the car, I didn't even have my magnifying glasses, and I was able to see. So that says a lot for me. And then I'll show you some of the what's new. The two new things from Heart and Hand. The first one is Big Hearted Frill. And the second one is Collector's Heart. Okay, so Collector's Heart, this one, the book that I showed you before was her previous Collector's Heart into a book. So like each year she does, oh, sorry. So 2002, 2006, 2008, 2010, 11, and 13. So this is 2025. This one comes with the fabric, and these, it has the beads and the buttons. So like I think the beads are on top of these little quilt blocks right here. True Love and Heartfelt Valentine are from October House Fiber Arts. Those are their Valentine patterns for 2025. And then we have new Primrose Cottage. Someone says Primrose Cottage uses a lot of color and cotton and cottage garden threads. Can you carry more? We don't carry the color and cotton because I think they only sell direct to consumer. When we would place orders, they would never ship them. So I think that's why. I think that they sell direct to consumer. We do have most of the cottage country threads. Now this one I love. This is like a quilt block. Oh, and then this is the one I really love. This is the Valentine's Day alphabet. So they list Color and Cotton, Classic Colorworks, and DMC. So we have Valentine's Word Tree, Valentine's Day Quilt, Valentine's Day Alphabet, and Home Sweet Home. Super cute. Their stuff always sells out really fast. There was a needle minder that sold out within the first day, so I have reordered more. Oh yeah. Now, this morning, because you know, just like I say, I'm always going to do less. I'm always going to do less. Well, the first thing I thought of when I saw this was, will this fit in this box? And this is called, what is this called, Denise?
Wooden needlework display box.
Wooden needlework display box. Okay, so this opening is 3 by 7. So right before live stream, within like 2 or 3 minutes before, Denise did the math, and if you want to stitch this and put it in here, you would have to stitch on 18 count. So I'm considering it. Now with that, you know, she lists color and cotton. I would just use basically the pinks and the reds and the aquas that are in the Priscilla patterns I've already done. So that would be Ribbon Red, Tropical Paradise, and probably, what's the pink that we always use? The one that we're out of.
A Ripe Melon.
Ripe Melon. That's probably the colors I would use. Now this one's on my maybe list, which means I'll probably do it. So we'll see. Now if I do this on 18 count, I will do pale gray gingham, so hopefully we even have that in stock. And that I would use 1 strand of floss, because with 18 count, it would be too puffy with 2. And then Twin Peak Primitives. They always do little books, and this is Projection of Love. So it has all these projects, plus these. Can I show the whole thing, or do you want me to cover part of
Yeah,
it?
you can show the whole thing.
Okay. So here is our Tease for quilted seeds.
Seed packet.
Seed packets. And so there's 6 of these.
12.
No, there's 12 of these.
Uh-huh.
I'm only doing 3, that's why.
Yes.
And here you can see this is the really nice, the fabric and the rickrack that is in the finishing kit from Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
What's the name?
Lady Doc Creates.
Lady Duck Creates. Okay.
Just note that that's not online.
This is not online, so this is just a sneak peek. You guys asked for a sneak peek. So if you're a club member, you're going to get this 10 days before everybody. Oh, this is good. Laura says, the snowmen on the monthly mending are missing eyes and buttons. Did I know that? Yes. Every time I look at the stuff that I've made with French knots and I put it out to display, I just think they look ugly. So I'm just going to leave it off. I think it's just something about just when I look at them, they just look funny. So I just am going to leave it off. But yes, I know it's missing. I probably should add something, but every time I do, I just feel like I don't like it. So for now, I'm not going to finish those yet. I'll probably wait till all 12 are done. So I might change my mind and go back, but probably not. Wilma says, the free previous heart pattern, can I stitch in silks? Can you help me pick the colors? You could email Cheryl, CHERYL @fatquartershop.com. She's not here today, but she can answer you on Friday or Monday. Susan Geisler says, when stitching with black, put a white piece of cloth on your lap or table and you can see the holes better. Yes. Like you could put like just a pillowcase or a pillow in your lap. Will you be expanding and selling more embroidery kits? Probably not right now. There's not that many offered. Do a colonial knot. Okay, so I do colonial knots, and Cheryl taught me how to do them, and I still think they look bad. So I don't know. I think I would rather, I don't know. I guess we could vote, but I don't know. I don't know. Why don't I use seed beads instead for the eyes? I just feel like that cloth is so small. I just feel like it's gonna, I don't know. Maybe I could. Do you find you can work with 32 count even weave? No. So what I have found through the years of doing this is, and this is something that I always have talked to you guys about, and it's hard for me to take my own advice, but you should just stitch what you like and what you enjoy and nothing else. And I have just found that I really like pale gray gingham. I really like the whitewash board, and I like the chalkboard black. I like the fabric that's stiffer, and I like 14 count. So I just try to make everything work on 14 count. Now obviously with that Primrose Cottage, that would be 18 count, but we'll see if I get to it. Do they all have the same border on seed packets? Yes. I really love the stitchy seed patterns, a great quick stitch. Yes, great job. That was Brittany who designed those. I love using my mini Caterpillar light board in my lap for black Ada stitching. Okay, so I'm going to try that. So I recently got the mini Caterpillar light board, and it is super thin. It's like, kind of reminds me of like a notepad or something that's super skinny. And so I got it, and I've been using it for quilting, and it's super light, and I kept thinking, oh, I'm going to break it. But I really wanted to try that product before I gave it a review. I never like to just say, I never give any kind of review if I don't love the product. So I tried it, and I was like at dinner, and I was telling Kevin, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this product. I should have had it like 10 years ago. I love it. And then he went and looked at it, and he's like, it's so thin. And it is. It's really thin, and it's really light. So I might try that. Will I be going to Nashville Market and doing the booth interviews again? I'm not going to go to Nashville Needlework Market this year, but Denise and Cheryl are, and the reason why is Emma, she's her senior year, and she has 4 dance competitions left, and then that's it. There will never be any, well, there's the 4 dance conventions plus the spring show. And that's it. It's all over. She doesn't want to dance in college. She's done. And so I'm not going to miss one of the very last. Use a 60 weight Arthil fine thread instead of floss for the eyes with a fine needle. The knot will be smaller. Okay, can somebody copy and paste that to me? And I will 60 weight thread. I might try it. What do I do with the cross stitch fabric when the holes aren't perfectly straight? I don't know. What do you think, Denise? You could kind of pull your fabric, but just stretch it like diagonally. But I think because I use so much Aida, it's not as crooked as maybe a linen would be. So I don't think I encounter that as much. What board is on the tulip seed packet? I love the wavy border. So that is sticky board with a fabric from Lady Dot Creates on top of it, and we have a video showing how to do that. Am I going to stitch the 2025 Collector's Heart design? It's actually on my maybe. I'm actually going to buy the pattern, and then I'm going to look at, I would convert those greens to aquas, but it's on my maybe list. I hate to like commit and then not do it because then I feel guilty, but it is on my maybe list. So thank you guys for watching. I would love for you to comment and let me know, what are you going to be stitching for Be Mine 2025? Are you going to stitch along with us? Are you going to stitch something new, something old? Let me know. I'd love to know, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks.